Hey, good afternoon to all my aftermarket peeps in North America. It's Carm Capriato, Aftermarket Weekly, week 117, with my friend Patrick Schnaidt from Performance Auto Repair, Fort Collins, Colorado. Hey, good to have you all here. Lots going on in the world of the automotive aftermarket as we all need to pay attention to this crazy economy and inflation and interest rates. But yet we seem to be super busy. Hey, don't forget, everyone, the Apex Service Awards are coming up to be actually given out on November 1st at the keynote in Las Vegas at Apex this year. Shop owner, service advisor, technician of the year. The deadline for those nominations are August 31st. That is of this month. Listen, we've had so many great winners in the last couple of years. It'll be the third annual. It's near and dear to my heart, and I would really appreciate. I know you know an owner. I know you know a service advisor. I know you know a technician that it's just doing an outstanding job, not only for you, for your company, their company, and/or the community, and all the training that they get to boot. So please dig down deep inside, do a nomination. When you go to aapexshow.com/service awards, you'll get a chance to actually print the application so that you can see all that is required. Hey, I'd like you to meet Pat Schnaidt. Hello, Pat. How are you, my friend?
Hey, doing just great, Carm. Thank you for having me today.
Glad to see you here. Let's take a look at what the pic of at least the outside of Pat's shop. Oh, I love that.
There you go. Oh, that looks good, doesn't it?
I love that. Nice job on that. Obviously, that looks like some of Tracy's handiwork of showing the team out in front. Um, and I can't wait to see it in Fort Collins, Colorado. And we're going to see that shop tour in just a little bit. If you're with us on social media, please check in, say hi, give us a like. You may even have a comment or a question for Pat. We're coming to you, as we always do, from the Dorman OE Fix studio, as we do it live every Tuesday at noon. And of course, we repurpose this as a podcast. Thanks so much to Dorman for all the great stuff that they do with us. The aftermarket is filled with companies that make replacement parts, but few invest in design, engineering, manufacturing, programming, and testing like Dorman. They are home to hundreds of mechanical, electrical, and manufacturing engineers spread out all across the globe who ensure every part that is produced meets rigorous industry standards for performance. To do this, Dorman utilizes cutting-edge technology and equipment to test fit, form, and functionality of all their parts. Some of these tests include rapid prototyping 3D models for fitment checks, tolerance testing on both mechanical and electronic components through salt fog and thermal heat and pressure testing. Dorman drives their dedication to their engineering by including their in-house programmers who write and test new software solutions. Solving for a problem is what powers the innovation engine at Dorman. Dorman invests in these OE innovations to help you save time, your customer money, and prevent vehicles from coming back to your shop. Hey, to learn more about Dorman's engineering process, visit dormanproducts.com/tour. Hey, Tracy and I are heading to Dorman in September. Wait till you see the field trip we have planned there. Pat, you did an episode with Matt Wag and Bill Haas a few weeks back now. It's Town Hall Academy. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. 286.
There you go.
It was so phenomenal that, after it was done and it got released, I have talked to so many independent repair shop owners about listening to this and the discoveries that come from this. So thank you for doing that. This is going to be one of those legacy episodes where people say, hey, I want to try to tweak and fix my shop. What could I do about it? And the answer is a repair order audit.
Yes, sir.
So thank you so much for that. Coming up this Friday, the Town Hall Academy. Next week's Aftermarket Weekly. That's what we're here to promote next week. Brand new location from Seth Thorson, Eurotech Auto Service. Can't wait to see that. And this coming Friday, Town Hall Academy, writing ads that attract rock stars. I think you're going to love this episode. It's an excellent episode. Hey, well, listen, let's talk some business, my friend. Pat, let's talk about the culture inside of Performance Auto Repair. What's going on there?
You bet. So, we've been in the business now 7 years. I'm a late entry into this industry. And one of the things I think that surprised me the most, Carm, was just how hard it is to build, retain, and attract a good team. So we've got a small shop, 3 technicians, 2 service advisors, and myself. And I think just this year, I can say best team we've ever had. So it took a lot to put it together. Very proud of my team and the efforts we've made there. And yeah, that's what we've got going on.
So cool. To be so proud. How long have you been in business?
Let's see. The shop opened in 1991.
Okay.
The original owner retired 7 years ago, and our family purchased it from him. So personally, I've been here 7 years.
You've been there 7 years under your
Yes,
leadership,
correct. Yes, sir.
and you're at a stage 7 years later that you feel extremely confident that you've built the team and that whole retention piece that they're going to stick around.
Yes, sir. I think in many ways, we've said this a lot this spring. This is our time. It's finally come together. It feels like, for a lack of a better word, we're hitting on all cylinders. And the team has really just done a fantastic job. So we've got a strong technical team, just a great sales team. And yeah, the sky is the limit this year. So.
Pat, help me understand some attributes that made this culture work. Transparency, open, honest communications. What was it?
Yes, transparency, open, honest communication is huge. So, I noticed in your previous ad, you were talking about your podcast coming up next week. I saw Malin Newton's picture on there.
Yeah.
So Malin and I go way back. He's one of the guys that introduced me to Mr. Bill Hawes, who we've been coaching with for 4 years. And they've helped bring some discipline to the business. On my personal side, I'm a very open, easy to approach, kind of a nice guy, kind of a personality. And between those two things, that's really driven the business. I would say in the 7 years, the last 4 years successively have been best year ever, and we're on track to do it again this year. So,
Hey, what did you do? Pay Malin $5 to hang out and watch this show? How nice. Good to see you, Malin.
yeah, he's a great guy. He's as people tell me, Malin and Bill, they're definitely car guys, right? So they get it, they understand the industry, and we're proud to be affiliated with them. So
How nice. Yeah, Malin, it's good to have you on this coming Friday as we do our live Town Hall Academy. So good to hear. When you go back and you think about, what did you know around the next corner about being a leader and an owner of a business. Now you can see it from the outsider's perspective, but until you put the boots and the pants on, man,
yeah,
it's a learning curve. And it's great to hear that you credit the uh, coaching period and the coaching industry as a whole for helping you.
definitely. I think it's good to have that stable force and someone to bounce ideas off of. Obviously, being the shop owner, it's a lonely role unless you reach out and you have a peer network. It's a little tough, right? You can't hang out with the guys like you used to, and it's a little different that way. So.
I get it. So an apprentice going on in your place. I can't wait to talk about apprenticing because it is absolutely a way we're going to stack our future.
Absolutely. We'll talk about Jason Randolph. He's our technician. He's been with us just about a year and a half now as an apprentice, came off a ranch in Nebraska and just is working out fantastically. Very sharp young man.
Wait a minute. He came off of a ranch. Did he move to your place?
Well, his family brought him here, actually. He's got grandparents here and family on his wife's side as well. So they knew they wanted to move. We're in Colorado, about an hour north of Denver on the Front Range of the Rockies. So just a beautiful place to live. Moved here, found another job, and knew he wanted to break into this industry, but wasn't quite sure how to do that. And so together we've kind of found that path.
So the apprentice program, is this something you created yourself? Are you with another program?
No, this is kind of off the books. It's a homegrown program. It's not quite as formal as the program that Napa has now. They do actually, in the last couple of years, offer a Napa sponsored or Napa endorsed apprentice program.
Yeah.
Our program was internal and has some of those same components, but obviously we could formalize it a little bit. But it's working out well for us so far.
Yeah, and Napa does have a extremely great program, and they're nearly at least 1,000 or more people around the country. I'm assuming because the last number I knew, they're probably over 1,000 right now,
Yep.
and I should really find the real number. But let's talk about Jason Randolph. Did he have any experience at all?
So no automotive technician experience. Obviously, growing up on the ranch had definitely one of the things being out on the ranch is that if your vehicle's broken down and you can't fix it, you're not going to get home or you're not going to get to town. So you're motivated to learn how, right? So he brought that mechanical aptitude, if you will. At the time, we had a master technician who is not with us currently, but was willing to take Jason under his wing and teach him, and that was also very good. So provide the structure, kind of bite-sized pieces, if you will, working around the car, getting to do some of the lube services, oil changes, preventive maintenance inspections first, and then progressing from there. So
Pat, what do you see Jason excelling at?
Jason just loves anything mechanical, but he really enjoys engine work. And so, in fact, as a side project, we allowed him or asked him to replace an engine in one of our shop loaner cars, which is a Toyota Camry. And he took on the whole project all by himself. He asked a lot of questions, didn't accept any help, got the motor in, and the car's running great about 6 months later. So it's been a real fun experience that way.
So is his training more OJT? Are you doing any formal training? Is he going to any schooling? Some leader-led classes?
Thank you for mentioning training. So obviously through the COVID period, hands-on face-to-face training has been a little bit lacking. Jason goes to every class he can physically find. We also are a all-access pass member with AVI, the video training offered on the internet. And
Sure.
Jason spends evenings and weekends just eating up those classes. So currently he's attempting to get registered to take some ASE certifications. We are an ASE believer. He's not currently certified, but he's working towards that. And so from an aptitude or training appetite, he just loves it. He eats it up and he can't get enough. So
I love it. His appetite for training and learning and being a perpetual student. One of my favorite two words for being a perpetual student. I'm excited to hear your excitement.
thank you. I woke up this morning saying it's going to be a good day. Some days you just feel it. And today's one of those.
Oh, that's so great. Well, we could go on. We could talk for an awful, awful long time, but we're not because I really want to get inside and get the tour of your business.
Oh,
So
you bet.
thanks so much for this great, great dialogue. Now, we had a lot of great new listens this week, everyone, as we work so hard to continue to bring incredible content to you. Let me share with you an episode that came out today in an interview I did with NHRA champion Ron Capps at the Napa Expo. Of course, Napa sponsors them, and Napa was kind enough to work all the details out with his manager, who's from Buffalo, which I am. So there was a little connection there, and so Ron was in the studio with Matt Fonslow, Pete Mecca, his manager. Of course, daughter Tracy was there. And it is a great episode because he went out on his first shot of being, his own car owner. And we related that to the interesting challenges and struggles at building your own shop. And it was a great interview. I loved it. I can't wait to hopefully see Ron actually do a race someday. Matt Fonslow had an episode, Why Aren't We Mimicking Other Skilled Trades for Apprentices? And, kind of right up our alley here, Pat, that what we just talked about. And
Absolutely.
and Hunt Demarest interest rates. You think you may be smart about business acumen until you hear Hunt talk. And this interest rate one was very interesting. And then in the from the Auto Repair Marketing Podcast with Kim and Brian Walker, the 2 books you must read if you're involved in your shop's marketing. Those are just 4 of the episodes that went out this week. So hopefully, as you find your time to listen, you'll enjoy some of these many podcasts from the Aftermarket Radio Network. Hey, let's go out and take a look at Pat's shop in what we call our every week, sponsored by Dorman, virtual tour. So let's see. Here we go. Nice wooded area.
Yeah, thank you. We're in a residential, semi-residential part of Fort Collins, and Fort Collins is a big believer in greenery and green space and trees. So you'll see that throughout the city.
Beautiful. How many
Has a
bays?
little 6 bays, 5 2-post lift, and bay number 6 is a Hunter alignment machine.
Nice.
So coming through the door here, you'll see Michael Southworth, service advisor, and I think he's actually on a phone call when we come in.
Mm-hmm.
The building being 31 years old, not much of a waiting room. You'll see as we pan to the right is our small waiting area.
Yeah, but it looks so professional and so clean.
Thank you. Yes, just painted, just put new floors, got our logo in the floor here this spring, a little bit of a shop up facelift, if you will.
I love that. Oh, look at this. That is, let's stop the tape on that. I mean, there's the profiles and the outlines of the entire team.
Absolutely, yes. So technicians on the left, service advisors in the middle, my wife and I on the right, and listing their basic bio and then ASE certifications beneath. So
look at Pat. This isn't hard to do.
no, easy to do, and it gets a lot of interest from our customers.
I bet you. How proud. Here's my family. I'll put it up on the wall. Wear it proudly. Tell,
Yes, sir.
and when people do want to come in and they have a few minutes, maybe between waiting for a phone to be answered or getting them processed in, they have a chance to take a look at some of the bios on your people.
Well, it lends a little credibility. Our team are people, just like our customers are people. And when you get to know, peel back a layer, get to know them a little bit, things just get a little friendlier.
I
So,
love that. Everyone should be copying that if they already aren't. Nice looking, nice clean bathroom.
yeah, turned out pretty good.
Did Tracy ask you how many hooks were in there?
She did not. There are 2 on the back of the door, though.
Perfect. That's exactly what she wants to know.
I had to do that. I saw that in a previous episode. Oh, there's Margot Schmidt, our other service advisor, career car girl, absolute rock star.
Yeah.
Back to the parts room. We don't keep a lot of inventory, mostly fluids and filters, of course. BG service machines. We are a BG service shop. New air compressor there last year. A little electrical diagnostic cart. And then that's looking out into the shop from the backside. So,
and how many years has this building been an automotive repair center?
Let's see, 31 years this year. Yep.
And it's clean, it's organized. You need to be so proud of all the extra work you do to make it happen.
Oh, thank you. It's definitely a pride point for us. We work hard at it. It's amazing how fast it gets dirty, though. As everybody knows, this is not a terribly clean industry. Oh, this is a good point. This is our big whiteboard, kind of a dispatch overview priorities board. Morning huddles are held here, right? And so we are a shopware shop, meaning we have totally electronic communication between service advisor, technician, and customer. But this just helps keep the one big picture priority for each technician.
Excellent. Excellent. I love how and your morning huddles are held at the board.
Yes, sir.
How many shop owners that have that morning huddle?
That's a great question. I can't say it was my original idea. I actually stole that from an ATI boot camp.
Sure. I'm sure you did. I mean, there's, no one needs to invent any great things. You just need to steal shamelessly and make them your own.
Absolutely. Total truth right there.
Oh, you can sneak outside from the back there, I see, huh?
Yes. Oh, there's Christopher Willie.
Great
technician for us. A little extra storage in the back. All of the 6 bays are pulled through doors. Of course, since the shop was built, pickup trucks and toolboxes have gotten bigger, hence the connexes in the back that are storing some stuff there.
I got it.
Yep. And then we're moving down to Dane. He is our lead technician, and Dane is our engine diagnostics guy. And I think we actually had an oscilloscope set up on this Camry and tracking some engine parameters. There's our Hunter alignment rack. Waste oil tank is stored inside because it's winter here half the year,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's Dane.
And he's working.
Yes. And just looking at his engine diagnostics, he's got the oscilloscope set up on the
Got it.
Can't wait.
Love the big TV. You know, it's almost like every diag bench has to have something that big.
Exactly. Just it makes it looking for it a lot easier.
And you can also
Yeah,
watch your TV shows on that too, right?
that's right. Yep, you can. Or your podcast, Ken. We can watch our
Or
podcasts.
my, but yes, exactly right.
So now we're getting upstairs. This is, employee changing area, um, and then back inside of the office. So uniforms there, bathroom, shower,
Very nice.
and then let's see, as we get back into the office, little break room. We've got a refrigerator, microwave, of course, standard stuff for water and coffee, and then we've got a training area here. Something I did notice when I saw the tour you did with Matt Wegg in Nebraska. He's got a training area in his upstairs. We do as well. You'll see a computer off to the right, and there's a little bookshelf around the corner that's got all of our training manuals on it from the classes that we've attended.
Excellent. See, now there is your technician resume. It's there for everyone to see. You can reference the books.
That's right.
Anybody, anyone who didn't attend a class that someone else did can at least open a book, look at some footnotes, look at some diagrams, some case studies.
That's right. As Matt said, I know it's in one of these books. Let me just find it. It'll take me a minute.
I know exactly right. Ever do any lunch and learn things up here?
We do, yes. So we're big with Napa. We're big with BG. Our outside sales rep with BG comes and does classes on the fluids and services there. So yes, quite often, in fact.
Nice.
And we have shop meetings every 2 weeks. Shop buys lunch.
Excellent.
And then we're getting into my office. This is where I'm sitting at the moment. And
Okay.
over my right shoulder, there's a look out into the shop, so you can see all 6 bays. And I can open that sliding glass door and have a conversation with the technicians. So.
Excellent. Now,
Yeah.
what are you doing, Pat? I mean, you're not working the counter or in the bays. You're just running the business.
No, that's exactly right. And I think this year, for the first time ever, I'm working at least a day a week at home. And when I'm here, sometimes I feel like I'm not even busy because our crew has just got things running, which is great.
So
But
when you're
I do the
working,
bills and the marketing and
all right.
that
So
sort of stuff.
when you're that one day at home, do you get nervous and worried that you need to be there and pay attention to what's going on, or do you just get in your software and watch things happen and work on the business instead of in it? I mean, the
Yep.
mental gap of getting to where you are, was that tough?
Yes. Oh, thank you. So definitely right now it's the latter. So I'm working on the business. I'm not worried whatsoever. Of course, we do have communication if they need to Slack me. We use Slack, we use text, all that. I used to worry about it a lot. In the first 3-4 years, I couldn't stop worrying about it. But now it's just good quality head time to focus on it, whatever issue is
Yeah, yeah.
in front of the business, and I don't worry at all. Our team has just got things handled.
And it's because of what you said in the beginning of the show. Hey, we got we've built and retained, and our culture is so great. That's got to be the comfort zone for
Mhm.
you.
Absolutely, and it's just amazing to me how complex the business is and how long it took to build that. But now that we're here, it really feels good.
So when you're at home, do you do any thinking like, what am I doing for retention? What am I doing for recruitment? I mean, are those always on your mind?
Absolutely. So this year we did 2 big things. We went from 6 paid holidays a year to 9, trying to give people more 4-day weekends so they have time with their families. So that was a big step, obviously, for the business. And then the second thing we did, for the first time ever, we brought health insurance benefits to the team. So pretty proud of those. And obviously, there's decisions there, numbers, finances. Can we afford it? All of that. But we worked really hard to do that, and it is to both attract and retain that talent. So.
Wow. So proud of you. Great stuff. I mean, everything that I continue to hear in the industry and the trends that are critically important to sustain and grow a great business. It sounds like you are on every one of those.
Oh, thank you so much, Carm. It's just a real pleasure to be here, and it's great to be associated with you and Tracy. You guys are doing great things for the industry, so really proud to be here. Happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your contributions. We're going to have you on more too. So, hey, thank you to Pat Schnaidt, Performance Auto Repair, Fort Collins, Colorado. This is out on our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it. It's going to be out as a podcast coming up this particular Saturday. Always so many ways that you can get all the great content that we do. And don't forget, next week, a week from today, Seth Thorson at Eurotech in Minnesota. We're going to see inside of his brand new location. So thanks again, Pat Schnaidt, and for all of our great supporters of the Aftermarket Radio Network, Remarkable Results Radio, and the Town Hall Academy. Good to see you. Have a great week.
Thank you. Have a good week.